basis. First layer, we are discussing about the SAP basis here. All right. So SAP basis administration we are discussing here. So as part of this basis administration, so first of all, what is our architecture? What is our SAP architecture here? So let's talk about the architecture of the SAP here. So SAP is the three-tier architecture. So we have presentation layer, then application layer, then DB layer. SAP is the three-tier architecture here. So presentation layer, we have the presentation layer, then application, right? SAP application layer. So this is the DB layer. SAP is the three-tier architecture. SAP is the three-tier architecture. Presentation layer, then application layer, then the database layer. This is a three-tier architecture. SAP is the three-tier architecture we have here. So presentation layer means our SAP GUI, SAP login pads, all SAP login pads all are available here. Presentation layer. So application means SAP application here. So this application here, in this application, we are going to install everything in this application here. So DB layer, this here we are using the HANA database to store the HANA databases and everything here. So this is what we are doing here. The first part we are discussing about the SAP application we are discussing here. SAP application we are discussing here. As part of the SAP application, we will discuss about some history. Sir, why we are discussing the history and everything means we will discuss about the some history we required here, right? Who developed this SAP application? So up to now, what are the versions we have in the SAP? All those things we'll discuss here. So as part of the SAP, so as part of the SAP here, so SAP is one of the ERP product, one of the enterprise software, enterprise business software here. So in 1972, 5 ex-service IBM people, so IBM German people, so they have developed this SAP application. It's like 51 years ago, maybe it's I think almost to 1972 to till date, 51 years ago, they have West German. So they have founded this 5 ex-service IBM people. So they have founded this SAP software, SAP application. They have founded this one, 5 ex-service IBM people. That's why it's a German product. It's a German product here. So not the SAP product, German product here. So it's a Germany SAP product here. So here in the 1972, they have developed this one. Initially, they have created as a R1 architecture. So then that is not much successful. Then immediately they went to the R2 architecture, R2 architecture. So it's like R2 architecture. Then immediately they have changed their architecture to the R3. R3 means three-tier architecture. This is the one of the successful architecture. Last several years onwards, someone asking the link. Let me share same link. Let's wait for them to join here. So okay, so let's start then. Okay, so then R3 architecture. Now it's like S4 architecture, S4 HANA systems now. They have changed their architecture to the fourth generation simplified business suite here. R3 means real-time 3-tier architecture. R2 means real-time 2-tier architecture. So real-time 1 architecture. So in the 1972, first they have deployed the R1 architecture. First they have deployed the R1 architecture based upon their financial runs on the IBM servers. That time they have deployed the R1 architecture, right? So then later in 1979, they went to the R2 architecture. That is not much successful. Then, so that is a mainframe based, that one, that is not much successful. Then they went to the real-time data processing in the mainframe wise, the manufacturing and accounting. They went to the R2 mainframe system, like that they have developed here. So then after that, that is also not much successful. Then again in 1992, they have maybe it's not like that. You no need to remember the years. No one asks you questions on so all those things. But since we are in the SAP, we should know about some history, right? When you watch the movie, so you will get some history, right? When you go to watch the movie, when you are in the drama, something related movies, if you go, they will give this some initial introduction, right? So some initial introduction, so like that here. So when we are watching this movie, SAP movie, then we should know about some background, some history we should know, right? So that is the reason here. So 1972, 5 ex-service German people, they have founded this SAP software. Then after that, so 1970, they have started increasingly, then yearly, so they are started growly. So they're growing their market and everything. They are deploying the new innovations, new things. They are started deploying everything here. Then 1992, so they have, so the architecture R3, that ERP architecture they have deployed here. The previously, this all are in the mainframes, IBM mainframe servers. Then they went to the R3 ERP software. They went to the ERP architecture, ERP solutions then. So like that, they have started like that. So R3 architecture, then R3. So up to they have entered to the here. So now after the R3, R1, R2, R3, now we have the ECC landscape. They have named it as the ECC. Why? Because in R3, they have renamed it to the ECC. In the ECC, they have renamed it in 2004. In 2004, the first ECC application, they have released it. Why? Because previously it was the R3 landscapes. Now they have renamed and they have rebranded their applications, and they have changed it to the ECC. ECC means Enterprise Core Component. For each organization, this ECC is the core component here, core application. Definitely, you need to install the core application for the ECC in 2004. So they have introduced this ECC version here. Then after that ECC, so we have the ECC version, ECC 5.0, then ECC 6.0, they have released it here. Then ECC only 5.0 and 6.0, they have released all these kind of things, they have released it here. So ECC 5.0 in 2004, they have released it here. In 5.0, 2004, they have released it here. They changed version to the 5.0. Then after that, 6.0, they have changed it here. So then after that, then they have changed, they have not released any 7.0 applications here. So ECC 6.0 only, they have released the enhancement packs, EHP1, EHP2, EHP3, yearly ones. They have started releasing the EHP4, then EHP5, then so EHP6, EHP5, then EHP6, then EHP7. So then EHP8 is the last ECC EHP version here. Then after that, they have started inventing the S4 HANA landscape here, S4 HANA systems here. So initially they are in the R1, depends upon the mainframe version. Then they went to the R2. Then after that R3 architecture. These all are the R3 architectures. These all are the R3 architectures. Now this is the S4 architecture. S4 means simplified fourth generation business suite. Wherever you go now, so S4 HANA, S4 HANA, S4 HANA. So previously S4 HANA, we have the ECC systems. Before that, we have the R3 systems, R2 systems, R1 systems, right? Like that, SAP started their business first releasing in the 1972. Now till date, the market is growing very much. It is growing here. So right, very much it is growing. All the things and everything it is very much growing here. Now S4 HANA architecture here. So this is a architectures. This is the versions of the, to understand the versions of the SAP. These are the versions they have started releasing here. So in the EHP 5.0, they have not released anything directly. They have released the ECC 6.0. ECC means Enterprise Core Component, only ECC. Then after that, EHP 1, EHP 2, EHP 3, 4, 5, 6. Why? Because why we are discussing everything in the ECC? Why? Because ECC is the main here. In the, if you go any interview or anywhere, everyone they will ask you questions on the ECC only. Have you worked on the ECC systems or not? So if you work on the ECC or S4HANA, then only they will conduct the interviews. Maybe, so that is the main important thing. ECC systems are the very critical systems here. Every business, every customers, they will use the ECC. They will use the ECC systems here. Every customers, they will use the ECC systems. That's why ECC is the main component structures here for this one, right? That is the main thing here, ECC, right? So that is the main advantage here. So, sir, only we have the ECC? No, we have with us, we have the NetWeaver systems, what we discussed yesterday, ECC, right? CRM systems also, SRM systems also, S4HANA also, and Fury also, and also XMMI and APO, SLT. So like that, n number of products are there in the market. Depends upon the your business usage, use case. You can use the your respective product, respective system, respective product you can install in your landscape. So respective product in your landscape you can install. Depends upon the your use case. You can install it here. Different product you can install it in the market here. So that is the main thing of the here. So it's a worldwide product, anywhere, anyone. So they can use it here. So this is the products. Coming to the products, SAP products. These are the products actually. NetWeaver products, PLM, ERP, S4HANA. So business objects, Ariba, cloud platforms, BTP. So all are related to the SAP platforms. There are on the on-premise system. So recently they have come up with the cloud solutions also, cloud product like Ariba is the one of the cloud product, cloud-based platform. So success factors, all these things are the cloud-based here. So in the market, the total, they are operating, the total, so the total operating income is 4 billions plus they are using here. There's a 4 billions, 4.67 billions. So there is the, so income, the revenue is the like a kind of 30.87 billion revenue. There is the 30 billion. I had one somewhere the 2 months back or 3 months, 1 year back. I see they have in the worldwide share, they are using the 30 billion market. They are in the 30 billions. It's a German-based company, German-based project here, right? So there are the number of products are available here. HRs related, not only one business here. They are in the manufacturing business. They are in the supply chain management business. They are in the industrial. They are in the HR business. They are in the factories business. They are in the shift management status, and also they are in the what not there here. They are in the all type of business they are using here. So they're in the product lifecycle management business. So all kind of business they are using the SAP here. SAP they are using this one, right? So that is the main purpose of the main advantage here. So any product, any SAP product, any SAP products to use this any SAP product, what we require is we have to do the installations here. We have to perform the installation. Any SAP product, we have to do the installations here. It is called the SAP installations we have to perform. Then only So we can log into the SAP systems, we can work, right? We can log into the SAP systems, we can work here. So here, to perform the SAP installations, here, so how to perform, what we required here, right? To perform the installation, what are the things you require to perform the installations here? Here, so normally, if you want to do the installations, SAP installation, we need to do some preparation activities. The pre-tasks we will execute it here. Pre-task we will execute it here. Preparation task mean any software. Suppose you want to watch the movie, you need one media player, right? You need the media player. In the media player, you will install it. Then after the installation, you will watch the movie. Same as like if you want to work on the one business software, you need to install the one other softwares. You have to install it. You need to use the applications here. To install the SAP application, so what is the OS operating system you required, right? And also what are the DB you required? Then what is the space, how much space you required here? What is the RAM size you required here, right? What is the network bandwidth you required here, right? All kind of things we should be aware of this one. SAP, we can install on the any operating system, SAP application, we can install any operating systems, either Windows or so in the Linux operating systems, we can install it here. So Windows, it's not like that Windows XP, Windows 11, Windows 12. So Windows Server Editions. Windows, I will write it here, Windows Server Editions here, or the Linux platform. Any Linux platform, you can use it. AX, SUSE Linux, Red Hat Linux, any platform you can install the SAP systems here. So database, coming to the database here, SAP we can install on any database. Like in the market, we have the SQL Server, Oracle, DB2, MaxDB, Sybase, and also HANA-DB. So any database you can install your SAP application, you can install any database here. Space here, how much space is required? Minimum 200 GB free space is required at operating system level to perform the installations and everything here. How much RAM is required here? So you need minimum 16 GB RAM is required. Minimum 16 GB free RAM is required in operating system level to perform the installation. Minimum. Maximum, if you want to go for the 32 GB, you can go for the 32 GB. 64 GB, you can go for the 64 GB. How you want to go, you can go for that one. That is the 16 GB RAM required here. So network bandwidth. So recommending to have 1 Gbps, 1 gigabyte per second, or you can less also, Mbps also fine. But you may get some experience, slowness experience. So these are the hardware requirements for the greenfield. In the installations, we have the two types of installations here. Two types of customers we can do the installation here. One is the greenfield installations. Greenfield means fresh installation. Brownfield means migration. Brownfield means migrations purpose. You customer already in the different DB, that time they want to come to the SAP, that is called the brownfield implementations. Greenfield implementation and brownfield implementations here. So everything depends upon the size of the DB. We have to calculate it here. How much size? So everything here. So here you are doing with the new installations, fresh installation you are doing here, right? Fresh SAP installations you are performing here. Here in the fresh installations, so what are the recommended softwares you required here? What are the operating systems you required here? What are the DB recommendations, space recommendations, right? So, and also how much RAM we required here. So network, what is the network bandwidth here? So all those things we have to worry about that one. On it one, we need to take care of that one, right? So that is the OS preparation activities. And also what type of hardware. So maybe Intel, Intel hardware or Intel Haswell CPUs, that model, that they will take architects, they will take care of the hardware, network team, hardware team. So they will procure our sales team, they will procure the hardware, and the customer will take care of that part. You need only, they will ask you what type of OS you required, database space, how much that you need that one. So then also, what are the softwares you required? What are the softwares you required for SAP installations? SAP installations. What are the softwares you required for the SAP installations here? The softwares in essentially here. So normally, if it is a media player, you will download the media player here. So if it is the media player, download the media player. So if it is a media player, you can download the media player here. And if it is the SAP software, not only one software you required here, you require the multiple softwares you required here, right? What are those softwares here? What are those softwares you required here? So here you need SWPM you required here. SWPM software is required here. SWPM software is required here to perform these operations here. So this is the software provisioning manager. Software, so provisioning, so manager software provisioning manager is required here. The second one is required for the software provisioning manager. The second one is called the export suite required here. And also the kernel softwares you required here. And also DB and the DB clients you required here, and also the DB and DB client software, and also SAP, the host agent software you required here. So these are the softwares you required from the SAP. So to download, to perform the installations here. So these are the softwares here, right? List of the software. This is one of the mostly frequented asked question here. What are the softwares you required to perform the installations here? One is the SWPM software, exports, kernel, DB, DB client, and host agent. These are the softwares you required from. These are the softwares you required from the, so to perform the SAP installations here, right? Sir, how can I download these softwares? Where to download these softwares here? So to perform the, to download these softwares, you need to go to the service.sap.com or support.sap.com or support.sap.com. You have to go to these sites. So nowadays they have released the me.sap.com. So you can go for the me.sap.com. From there, you can go to the download the softwares, that you can install it here. Then later you can go to the download the softwares. You can install it from there. You can install it from there. So these are the softwares. So me service.sap.com or so support.sap.com, or so we can go for these sites. You need to download this list of softwares from here. Any SAP product installation. SAP product installation means either you want to go for the ECC installation or NetWeaver installation, CRM installations, or S4HANA installations. Any installation. So any installations here, you have to do the any installations, any kind of installations here. So any SAP softwares installations here. So same set of tasks, prerequisites, same set of softwares you required, same softwares you required. Then, sir, what is the difference then? If you are using the same softwares, SWPM, kernel, DB, same softwares, then one product, one software, we can use it for the multiple ways, right? No. Here, the export side, the exports may change it here. If you are installing the ECC, the separate ECC exports. If you are installing the NetWeaver exports. If you are installing the S4HANA, S4 exports. If you are installing the Fiori exports. If you are installing something that something exports, you need to download. Only the exports may change here. Remaining all softwares can be reused for the another. Suppose today now your client asked you to install your ECC system. Then you downloaded the SWPM ECC exports kernel DB client host agent. You downloaded. You are doing the install. Tomorrow he asked you to do the installation of the NetWeaver. Then again, do you need to download all the softwares? Not required. So same SWPM, same kernel, DB client, same you can use it. Only NetWeaver exports, separate exports, you have to download it, you have to install it here. That is only one difference here. So remaining all softwares, the ways of our SAP installations procedure, the commands we will use it common for everywhere. Any product installation common. So that is the reason. If you start working on the one product, SAP technology, either ECC or anything, you can start working on the other products also. There is no difference here. Same way you will work it on. If you get experience on the ECC installation, you will get experience on the NetWeaver installation, BW installation, S4HANA installation, all kind of products you can install it here. So that is the way, because the similar procedures, only the exports may change it here. Exports may change it here. So then how to download here? How to download the softwares here? So to download the softwares here, we need to log into the service marketplace. You have to log into the service marketplace here, service marketplace. So any questions before we go for the service marketplace here? What are the softwares and the prerequisites from anyone?
Yes, sir. So, in export you have said, right? So, what all when we try to install later to ECC or NetWeaver, so what kind of data will be extracted and will be installed in the system, and also the database clients and all, what configuration will be configured, and the host agents and all.
Yeah. Softwares we have to download it here. The softwares is available in the service marketplace. Okay, we will call it as the service marketplace here. All the softwares are available in this marketplace. So when you are downloading all the softwares, normally when you are downloading any files, normally, so it will download the file name .exe file, right? But in the SAP side, all the files like swpm.sar file, it's not like that exe. Then exports.sar files, exports kernel.sar files. The files you have to download. It needs the extension of the .sar files here. So let me show you. We have to go to the service.support.com or support.sap.com service marketplace here. So just click on the visit support portal. Then here you will get the home page like this here. This is the home page you will get here. So in this home page, click on the software downloads. Software downloads here. Then it will open the one page here, download center, me.sap.com, the download center, we will get it out here, right? So here in this location, we have to start downloading the softwares here. Here, if you want to download the database softwares, you can go for the database. Recording here, yeah. So this is the way we have to go to the service.sap.com or support.sap.com or wherever you go. If you go to the me.sap.com, it will go to the same link only. It will navigate to the same link here. Here you need to download all the SAP related softwares we have to download from the service marketplace here. Any kind of softwares, either small pieces to so big pieces. Like if you go to the China Bazaar or from market, how we will get all those things we will get from the market, right? So all the vegetables, everything, fruits, we will get from the market. Here also, if we go to the SAP marketplace here, we will get all those things from here. So since we are doing the installations, we have to go for the installations and upgrades. Here, all the softwares they have arranged in the form of by alphabetical index, right? They have not clubbed all the softwares here. So depends upon your business use case. So depends upon your business use case. you need to, depends upon your business case, you need to install the respective product. You have to install it. Suppose you are installing some banking related software, SAP software, then you have to go to the, so BI related, banking related, you can use the B for banking related. You want to install the CRM related softwares, so then CRM here. You want to ERP, then ECC is your ECC softwares, right? It will come under the E, alphabetical index E here. Here, what E, under the E, you have the e-recruitment, e-recruiting, and also here you have the invoicing related, and also E for ERP, our ERPs like ECC 5 ERP 6.0 or ECC 5.0, 6.0. Then, so what are the versions are available here? PHP 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All the softwares are available. Whatever you want to download, you can just click on this button. Then go to the installations and upgrade. So from which database you want to install it here? As I mentioned, SAP we can install on the any database. So you can select the database here. You can select the database here. Then you can download the installation exports, installation exports, installation exports, installation exports. You can download it. Any kind of installations, you can perform it using the installation exports. So this export size is, the export file size are very huge. Suppose in case of the file size is 10 GB, 20 GB, they will not create one file here. So this they will create the parts wise, they will divide it here. So installation export 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, the 4/4, like that. They will do that one. They will create that one 1/4, 2/4, 3/4. So like that, they will create the exports here. They will create the installation exports here. Like that, they will create the exports here. Right? So that is the main thing here. That is the main export files are available here. So just click on this button. You just click on this button, hyperlink, then that installation software will be downloaded. See here, the installation is finally getting is downloaded. See here, it's a 3.7 GB file is getting downloaded here. So like this, we need to download the softwares. Like this, we need to download the softwares here. This is only ECC. Suppose you don't want to ECC now, you want to install the NetWeaver. Then in this case, N means NetWeaver, right? Then you have to go to the by alphabetical index. So N for NetWeaver systems. Then NetWeaver systems. You have to install the NetWeaver system. No, you don't want to this one. I want to S4HANA systems. S means S4HANA. Go to the alphabetical index S. Then just you can choose the S for S4HANA systems here. Just to go to the here. Then S4HANA. Just select the S4HANA. Then you can download the S4HANA related softwares here. So you want to kernel. Kernel means K, right? Kernel software you want to download. Then go to the K for kernel here. K for kernel here. Then you can download the kernel related softwares here. Kernel related softwares. You can download the kernel related softwares here. Go to the here. Then go to the here. You can download the kernel related version. Take the latest version which is there. Then in which OS you have to install. X, Linux, so Windows. So where we have to install, just select it, it will be downloaded here. So based upon the version, based upon the software, you can download it from here. Suppose you want to download the DB related, then go to the databases in option, DB2, SQL Server, Oracle, MaxDB, and Sybase. So you can download this Sybase database and everything here. You can download this databases and everything, can download it here. So this is the way we need to download all the softwares. Then so we can perform the installations, right? So this is the way we have to download the softwares and we need to perform the installations. So how to perform the installations means once all these softwares are downloaded by today, tomorrow we can start the fresh installations. We can start it so that we all are aware of what we are going to do and everything here, right? So today we'll do all these activities, downloading the softwares and everything. Tomorrow, so download softwares, we can download it here. Then we can start the installing the systems tomorrow. Then weekend by weekend, we can practice all the installation and everything from Monday onwards. So after the installation, what are the basis administration activities we have to start it? So that we will discuss, right? We will go like that slowly, step by step. So we'll go one by one. Okay, we'll do that one, right? So this is
Ravinder, at what time the class got started today? 11:30 only, right?
no 11 o'clock.
Oh, I thought